Good morning. Slightly later start this morning. I had a bit of a lie-in. Well, it's about 7. I never set an alarm, so I just have to get up when I get up. But wow, what a day! Oh, stage 1 of the Tour de France. A lot of mayhem, chaos, crashes, and one very, very happy Frenchman, Julien Alaphilippe, winning yesterday's stage. I didn't get it right. I thought Mathieu van der Poel would beat him. Instead, he seems to find himself slightly out of position on the final hill. Just didn't bother going for it. Just thought, oh, well, we'll let Alaphilippe have this. So I rather suspect today we're going to see Van der Poel really contesting for it. At least I hope so, because it's another stage which is perfect for Alaphilippe. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. If I'm going to do a prediction, I have to stay with Van der Poel, with Alaphilippe there somewhere. But he already has his yellow jersey, so I'm not sure he's going to be quite so interested. Just wanted to show you that building because it's the local village. Well, this village is Garcia. The local village is Agro Bodega, or cooperative, where the well, it's a cooperative for wine, for olives, whatever the locals can grow. And obviously, working as a cooperative, they manage to secure better prices, manage to reduce their costs. It's a very, very common thing out here for cooperatives to work. I just think it's fantastic. So today's Tour de France stage is Perros Guirec to the Mur de Bretagne, the wall of Brittany. The locals like to describe it as their own mini Alp, and yet when you look at it on Street View, which I have because I'm dull, it's just a B road that goes straight up a hill, absolutely straight as a die. It looks fantastic. So we'll see who fares best up that, because the Tour... Oh, there's a little rabbit. So in keeping with today's Tour stage, it's almost an exact rerun of yesterday. It's about 14 or so kilometres shorter. I thought I'd do yesterday's route in reverse, almost a rerun. So I've just started the second climb of the day. It was yesterday's descent. So you've seen most of this. Just what in that direction. There you go. Just a bit more swoopy. Don't really swoop uphill. No. Sorry, it tickled me. Today's not really Tour de France fact, more of a Brittany anecdote, I suppose. Because in 1986, my mate Terry and I went on a cycle touring holiday, which covered most of today's stage, and it was a fantastic time, apart from the weather, which was appalling. And I remember one of the lasting memory, or two. One I've talked about before, getting stopped by the police, but the other one was being in a tent with Terry. We'd had about 4 days of just awful weather, and we'd actually reverted to just putting plastic bags on our feet, trying to keep our feet dry. But of course, at night in the one tent with 8 pairs of socks, and us, teenagers, it was awful, absolutely awful. got to the point where I could have turned home doing the same route as yesterday, but I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm just going to add in this extra little loop which takes me off to Visa, which is ridiculously pretty. So this used to be one of my favourite roads, and that was despite the fact that it was potholed, gravelly, gnarly, nasty in every possible way. And then they re-tarmacked it for no reason at all, apart from me. I think they just did it for me. Look at this, absolutely crazy, isn't it? Anyway, big descent here, so I'm going to put both hands back on. Well, that was a novel experience. I'm just about to get to home and a bird flew into me. Never had that before. Both had a bit of a shock. He flew into my legs. He flew between my legs and hit my legs. Little thing, dark. He seemed alright, shook it off. I was okay, I shook it off. Anyway, nice ride that. That's 2 hours and 3 minutes, 47 kilometres and 795 metres climbed. So a nice one for day 2, and I'll see you tomorrow.